Jake and Maria trek through the dense jungle, pushing aside vines and stepping over fallen logs. The air is humid, filled with the sounds of chirping birds and rustling leaves as they follow an ancient map. Standing at the edge of a steep cliff, they look down at the massive vortex river below, realizing they must cross its wild rapids to continue their journey. They gather logs, vines, and large leaves to construct a makeshift raft. They tie everything together carefully, preparing to face the powerful currents. The raft is launched into the roaring river. Jake paddles furiously while Maria tries to keep balance as massive waves crash around them. Suddenly, a whirlpool appears ahead. The raft spins uncontrollably, and they struggle to steer away, their expressions filled with panic. A powerful wave knocks the raft over. They are thrown into the raging river, fighting against the strong current as they try to stay afloat. Soaked and exhausted, they pull themselves onto the rocky riverbank, catching their breath as they look back at the dangerous waters they just escaped. Following the map, they discover a hidden cave behind a waterfall. Jake holds up a torch as they cautiously step inside. The cave walls are covered in ancient carvings. Maria examines them closely, realizing they describe the location of El Corazon del Rio. In the center of a glowing chamber, they find El Corazon del Rio, a brilliant red gemstone resting on an ancient pedestal. Jake reaches out to take it. Dr. Victor Blackwood steps out of the shadows, aiming a revolver at them. He smirks and demands they hand over the gemstone. Jake hurls a torch to distract Blackwood, and he and Maria dash through a hidden passage in the cave, gripping the gemstone tightly. The cave rumbles as rocks begin to fall, forcing them to dodge debris while finding a way out before they get buried alive. They spot a fast-moving underground river and decide to jump in, using the current to escape from Blackwood's approaching mercenaries. The river spits them out through a waterfall into a hidden lagoon. They surface, gasping for air, realizing they've lost their pursuers, at least for now. Blackwood and his mercenaries spot them and begin chasing them through the thick jungle, forcing them to sprint and dodge obstacles. A troop of howling monkeys suddenly starts screaming from the trees, warning them of an unseen danger ahead. Maria steps into quicksand and starts sinking. Jake quickly grabs a vine and pulls her out just in time. They stumble upon a hidden jungle village, where the locals recognize the gemstone and agree to help them. The village elder explains that El Corazon del Rio holds ancient power, capable of restoring life or unleashing destruction in the wrong hands. Blackwood's mercenaries invade the village, setting huts on fire as they demand the gemstone. The villagers fight back bravely. Jake and Maria flee the burning village, running toward an ancient temple where the gemstone must be returned. They solve a puzzle at the temple's entrance, unlocking a massive stone door just as Blackwood's men catch up. Inside, they navigate through a deadly hallway filled with swinging blades, pressure plates, and hidden dart traps. They finally reach the temple's central chamber, where a pedestal awaits for the gemstone to be placed. Blackwood arrives just as Jake is about to restore the gemstone. A final showdown begins, with Blackwood determined to claim the power for himself. As Blackwood tries to steal the gemstone, the temple starts to shake violently, causing statues to crumble and the floor to crack. Blackwood falls into a deep chasm, screaming as he disappears. Jake and Maria barely escape as the temple collapses around them. Jake places the gemstone in its rightful place, And suddenly, the jungle flourishes, healing from years of destruction. As the sun rises over the jungle, they stand on a cliff, looking at the reborn rainforest. They smile, knowing their adventure has ended for now.